Hey everybody, how's it going? This is a Toyota Highlander, but not just any Toyota Highlander. This is the new 2023 Toyota Highlander. And underneath the hood, it's hiding something pretty darn special. In this video, we're diving deep, but first, a word from this month's sponsor.
It took a while to get up here. We started out around 1959. But we didn't do all that just to get here. We did it to give you a truck that'll take you anywhere. This is the new Nissan.
All right, let's dive right into the new 2023 Toyota Highlander, and we're going to start with the big news, which is underneath the hood. Now, the 22 Highlander is known for having a venerable 3.5-liter V6. It's a solid power plant, if not a little bit dull. Well, that engine is out. It's gone. Say sayonara to the 3.5 for the 2023 model year. It's been replaced with a turbocharged four-cylinder, a 2.4-liter turbocharged four-cylinder. It's got dual overhead cams, it's got 16 valves, D4S injection, and it's Atkinson cycle capable with dual variable valve timing and start-stop technology. So, much more advanced in a lot of ways with turbocharging. I'm pretty excited about this. Now, the power, well, that's going to be an interesting story because on paper, it's down quite a bit in the horsepower category compared to the old V6, but it's way up on torque. So 265 horsepower, 310 pound-feet of torque. So we're down something like 30 horsepower compared to the old V6, but we're up something like 46 pound-feet of torque. So Toyota says this is a much more torquey engine for driving around town. It's supposed to deliver better throttle response. And the great news is it still retains the 5,000-pound towing capacity. It's made it to an 8-speed traditional torque converter automatic, and you can get this power plant in both front-wheel drive and all-wheel drive. Now, also new for 2023 is this color. It's this beautiful cypress green, and this one has the harvest beige interior, but it's a rich green. I'm a huge fan of green. I think it just looks fantastic on most cars, and it really suits the Highlander. If I were to get a 23, this would be my choice. Now, the design of the Highlander is fairly unchanged compared to the previous model year, so you still have the large and in-charge Toyota grille with the fairly squinty headlights, which is well known within the Toyota family. This vehicle in XLE trim is rolling on 18-inch alloy wheels, rolling on P235/65 R18 tires. You'll also notice like the color-keyed side rocker panels and lower molding. Kind of cleans up the look a little bit. It's got LED fog lights and LED taillights with LED projector headlights, and then the DRLs are also full LED. Pretty nice looking design there. Now the windshield does have a de-icer strip, which is awesome for folks that live in cold environments and need to, undo those windshield wipers when they get frozen over. And overall, like, it's a Highlander. It's a fairly tame design. You're not gonna be impressing too many neighbors with the overall shape of your car. It's not a full-size Range Rover, but it's a practical design, and I think it's going to be durable in the long run. Plus, I love on this XLE trim with these 18-inch wheels. Sure, they may look a little small, but look how chunky that sidewall is. It's a 65 width sidewall, so hopefully it's going to provide a good ride and good prevention against punctures from those nasty, nasty potholes. Let's dive right into the interior of this Highlander, and I have to say, this is one of my all-time favorite color combos on any vehicle, a dark green against a tan interior. It just looks fantastic, and even though this generation of Highlander is a couple of years old now, Toyota has done a great job of keeping it fresh and relevant. We got some stuff to talk about on the inside of the 2023 model, but first, let's go ahead and start it up. So foot on the brake, push the start button, and watch it come into life, just like that. Now, the dashboard layout, I think it's quite modern. It still looks very good for the 2023 model year. I like the variation in colors, materials, and textures. So we have 3 different colors going along just on this one portion of the dashboard. Really 4 if you take a look at that glove box down there. We've got this darker material. We've got kind of this grayed out plastic. We got a little bit of a shiny trim. We got this lighter material and then the black glove box. So a lot going on, but it looks fresh, it looks modern, and it looks very, very enticing. Now the steering wheel, leather wrapped wheel, feels great to the hand. Steering wheel controls on the left for multimedia, volume, voice commands, phone, and on the right we have the Toyota Safety Sense system. And this is Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 Plus with pre-collision system and pedestrian detection. It's got the dynamic radar cruise control. It's got lane tracing assist. It's got automatic high beams. It's got road sign assist. So it's got pretty much every piece of technology you need to keep your family safe out on the road, which I'm a really big fan of. Now, this is the newest Toyota infotainment system, seen here in an 8-inch display. It's not the largest display in the world. You can get a larger model on the Highlander, but it's functional. I've used the system a bunch in our long-term Tundra. Okay, it's pretty good. It's not my all-time favorite. It's a little laggy sometimes, and it does have a few glitches. From my experience, maybe this newest generation is going to be a little bit better, but it does have user profiles. We got navigation. We also have wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. We got USB port for the media. We also have 4 USB charge ports in general inside this vehicle. And you can see down here, we got a mixture of USB-A and USB-C connectivity. So if you're still using the old school system, you got it there, or you got USB-Cs right there. Wireless charger located in the middle of the dashboard, great place for it. We do these little kind of feet to keep your phone secure. And then here we have in the instrument cluster a 7-inch color LCD multi-information display, although there is a larger one available for the 2023 model year. This one still though has mechanical tachometer and mechanical needles for the speedometer as well. Now, other things I like about this interior, lots and lots and lots of space and cubbies and places to put stuff. Overall, we have 14 cup holders in total, 2 here, large and in charge, easy to access. We got big bins on the door. We've got some additional storage there. We also have storage in front of the passenger up top. We got this little bin for sunglasses. And we also have, check this out, the little visor there so that you can see your rearmost passengers, make sure the kiddos are keeping it safe, keeping it friendly in the back. Got the garage door connectivity there, and then a relatively small sunroof in this XLE trim. Other things worth noting, we've got one-touch windows on all 4 windows, big plus, power mirror controls, liftgate controls, and then automatic high beam there on the left. All right, liking this a lot. In terms of drive modes, we got Sport, Normal, Eco, but we also have some off-road settings, including mud and sand, normal, rock and dirt, and then snow settings with a hills descent control. And that right there is your electronic parking brake. We'll be sure to test this thing off-road when we get it back home in Colorado. This is just the first look. Toyota flew me out to Nashville to experience this vehicle. And then this armrest is interesting in that it doesn't so much open as this middle portion slides. There you've got the basic key, nothing to talk about, nothing too special on that. And then a really deep bin here for storage. You can put a lot of stuff in there, a lot of knickknacks for anything your family could possibly need. That would slide in nicely there in the storage bin for the center console. All right, let's go ahead and check out the back seat, because of course you're going to have kiddos, you're going to have family members, probably if you're buying a Highlander. This one does have a bench in the rear, lots of legroom. This is my driving position at 6'1". I got enough legroom, even headroom. Check this out. Very good headroom. Now in the back here, we do have a 3rd zone of climate control. We also have USB-C ports located down there on the floor, and a fairly flat floor, although we do have a small hump here. Now, this model also has the shades for kiddos, bottle bins down there in the middle. We also have a full set of map pockets behind the front seats, and if we fold down this, you'll also find a set of cup holders for rear seat kiddos, and I love the air vents for not only rear passengers, but also for rear friends. Now let's go ahead and slide back the 2nd row to access the 3rd row, and I'm gonna go ahead and set you down here for just a second. Pretty easy slide access there for, you know, the availability to get into the 3rd row, and let's see what this is like. Now, immediately I can tell you, you know, pretty limited legroom, although 2nd row does slide. And it's also worth noting that you're basically sitting on the ground. There's not much of a cubby here for your seats, but if you have kids, very good 3rd row. And I'm happy to say that headroom, even at 6 feet tall, look at that, it's not bad at all. We also have rear seat air vents for 3rd row passengers, and tons of cup holders. Wow, look at all the cup holders. 3rd row folks having a party back here, that's for sure. And we also, check this out, so 2 seats in the front, 3 in the 2nd row, so we're up to 5, and then 3 in the 3rd row as well, so a total of 8 seats in this vehicle. So if you've got a big family, if you're looking to haul a lot of folks, it's not a bad option. Although I will say, for larger passengers, you probably want to stick them in the 2nd row. But check it out, you got a lot of seat adjustability here too, so you can slide the 2nd row if you want to give the 3rd row people a little bit more space. We'll go ahead and pop open the rear gate. That slides open. Now, not a huge amount of space behind the third row. This is not a Tahoe, right? So if you want a lot more space, you want to look into something like the Toyota Sequoia, for example. But let's go ahead and try to put down the third row of seating. You can see you got a little handle to lift it up. You can also just fold it down with one click of a switch, just like that. That folds down super easily, and then you have access to lots more cargo capacity. And one of the great things about the Highlander is just how easy it is to lift open and close that third row. In the back here, you got some basics for your jack, for your tire iron there. Let's see what's in this little cubby. Lift that open. Deep, deep, deep cubby over there. That's really nice. And then, of course, this model does have the power lift gate, which we're going to fold down by pushing the button. And check that out. You also have the little swipe your foot underneath to close the gate. Very cool. Now, on the back here, you can see small deck lid here. You do have the LED taillights, which look good. And then if we had the hitch, that would be mounted underneath. So, very nice interior. Very well-equipped vehicle, even in XLE form. Here, I'll give you a shot of the passenger seat here. You can see that it's just a nice place to spend time. The price as equipped, $44,755 or thereabouts. And the other cool thing too is this turbocharged engine, they say, is much better for the environment. It produces much fewer emissions, but you don't lose fuel economy compared to the old V6. They say it will do 24 mpg combined, and if you want more fuel economy, the hybrid is still very much available. The 2023 Highlander 2-liter turbo is available starting right now, and honestly, I think this is a great improvement for the Highlander family. Am I going to miss the old V6? Not really, especially living at altitude. I think this engine is going to be a great option. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. As always, it's been Tommy with TFL Car. Check out tflcar.com for all the latest and greatest in new car reviews.